Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to go over oil and natural gas. I'll give you my financial opinion. We're going to jump right in to the companies and everything. So here we go. We've got crude oil behind me. We've got this nice little pattern. We consolidated for a little bit and we're starting to break higher. Today we had a nice good wick at the bottom. Buyers came in and bought it up and pushed it higher. The sellers were there, but they can't make any sort of progress on pushing this price lower. The buyers keep coming in, that we keep pushing it higher. Inventories were favorable for the buyers. It's bullish. We had further drawdowns in inventory. So we've got problems, guys. We have problems in the oil world, and I think pricing will continue to go up. Natural gas, getting a little bit of a wick at the top. We're trying to break out of this pattern that I drew in yesterday. And that's what's forming. We're forming this pattern. We'll probably break to the upside. Again, that's me guessing. I don't know for sure. We haven't had the break yet, but we're supposed to be building inventory here. And, you know, this is usually a kind of a bearish time of the year. And we continue to put in good numbers. So it's looking strong, and we'll see if we can break this to the upside here. XOP, yeah, you know what we're doing here, you know me. It looks like we're just kind of putting in a little pattern here where we squeeze up a little bit. It's probably going to take a little more time than what I've got here. But we'll go to this is the dailies there. We've come on up. It looks like we're squeezing up on some sort of resistance right where we're at. Let's zoom out real quick. Yeah, there's some resistance through here. That's what we're doing, is we're squeezing up on that resistance, and then we'll break it eventually. We might have some back and forth action at this location. SM Energy getting a little bit of a rest right where it's at, but again, it looks really strong. Nice big move here. It's just consolidating a little bit. CDEV coming right up against its resistance line. Got a little bit of wick at the top. Again, I think it looks good. I think we're just got to wait. Ride through whatever resistance we've got and hold on, be long. Crew Energy getting a little bit of resistance up there. It's had a pretty good run. If we go all the way left, you've got a couple of resistance spots right where this green line's at over here. So it's trying to work its way through all that. Looking at CPE, another one that's right at resistance. We're going to be bouncing back and forth right there. We've done that for a while. We just got to get through all these sellers. Athabasca Oil heading higher, looking strong, being strong, is strong. I like Athabasca a lot. I think we could see $5, you know, probably relatively quickly. Looking at Recaf, it was a down day today a little bit. Again, this is going to trade on its own. It's an exploration company. CPG, yeah, it's killing it, looking good. Little wick at the top, not too big. This is a bullish engulfing. Very well could continue higher. If oil continues higher, I don't see any reason why these wouldn't just... Some of these are going to rocket launch, guys. And I just hope that you've been holding on to your shares. Northern Oil and Gas, continuing to do good things. Nice, good bullish engulfing. Hopefully we continue higher. GTE, another one that's looking decent. Nice, good up day. The sellers are not whomping this thing lower. Looks good. Tellurian continues to do well, up 11.36%. Pedevco still is in its pattern. It's still trying to break out of it, and we'll see if we get this break. We could get a big old move out of that thing. Oasis getting a little bit more selling pressure. We're kind of at that 52-week high, but we've got support underneath it. That support line would be somewhere in this vicinity. We could break out, do a little retest, and do a little bit of burning out before we head higher. CRK moving on up a little bit. Still looking good. SD moving on up. Still looking good. Ring Energy getting a little bit of a down day today. Again, we've got a little bit of stickiness in this general vicinity here. Surge Energy, surging higher. Looking good. Tamarack Valley moving on up a little bit. Lots of resistance through here. We just got to break through it. Crescent Energy coming up on resistance too. Vermilion coming up on resistance as well. A lot of these are hitting resistance. Once we break the resistance, we will have fun. And then Mega Energy up against some resistance as well. And usually if you look left, there's probably some, there's some resistance through here that we got to break through first. Looking at the oil service companies, they were down a little bit today. Would that worry me? No, it would not worry me. Logarithmic. So we've got our head above water here. But looking left, we've got some resistance kind of through this area. We're getting a little bit of stickies in here. And we just got to break through all this. Got some resistance here, and all the way back. Tetra Technologies, we're trying to break higher. We're at that resistance area where we could have a nice full-on, move. Well, we'll probably move to like 670 or something and then try to break again. Looking at rig, we've got that nice downtrend line coming through. We've got to break through all this stuff still. Looking at pump, let's go to the dailies here. A little bit of down, a little bit of selling pressure again. It doesn't look horrible. Still looks okay. EXTN, we're above the support line. This is just going to require patience, guys. Wait for this stuff to appreciate. But that one looks good. Valaris moving higher. We're right at that. We're trying to break out of this little area here, so we'll see if we can break. MRM moving higher. That looks really good. It's starting to break. This has looked good the entire time. There's no selling pressure here, and that's what I was looking at. So we basically came down and just relaxed. Now the cheetah is slingshotting higher again. Looking at TDW, just moving sideways. We could have a little bit of selling pressure. Depends what we do with the sellers here. They showed their hand here. They said, hey, we're here. Buyers haven't pushed it higher, I would say, with any sort of conviction here. So it's leaving the door open if the sellers want to push it lower here. NEX is up against resistance. Funny how I draw these lines in from a long time ago, where I just kind of put in resistance lines and how this is working its way and hitting resistances and stuff. It's kind of cool. KLXE, another one that's hitting a little bit of resistance through here. You can see what we've traded through here a couple of times before, and we just got to break through it. We got to break through it. I do like how this is inverted. It's an inverted head and shoulders type pattern, or a pattern that's inverted that usually is bullish to break to the upside. CHX moving sideways. I think that's right at resistance. Cactus Energy, another one that's above support, looking good. 9 still moving higher slowly, but we're right below that resistance line going across. We got to break through there. A lot of the times they hit its head, and we want to see that the lows are continuing to work higher. 2022, that crash, we came down here again, but we're working it. We're working it. We're getting up there. We got to break through that white line that I've got drawn in there. We got to break through that. OII, another one that's been moving sideways. Noble Energy, it looks good. We're still making higher lows. Everything looks great. Helix Energy Solutions, a little bit of a sell-off today. Nothing to worry about. CGGYY, looking like it's getting strong. It's getting, hopefully it's strong enough to try to break through this resistance line we've got going across. We got to break through that. Petrofac, another one that's been moving sideways. We've got a lot of resistance right where it's at. We've got resistance coming through this general vicinity here. There's a whole area of support resistance. Support coming this way, resistance coming back up, resistance coming up, and we're just got to get through all this garbage there. And then Diamond Offshore Drilling, we're just moving sideways slightly lower. So that's what I've got there for today. The oil sector is doing incredible things, and so is energy service. Just be patient with the sector, guys. You don't need to have everything go up all the time. Just be patient, let it work its way up, and it'll just continue to drift higher, I think, in all these companies, sometimes violently higher. I think the volatility, the overall markets are firming up. So I don't think that we're going to see a crash from the overall markets. If they remain firm, if they don't have large down days or like a crash in the overall markets, I think that we'll probably just continue to work our way higher. And sometimes it might be with some good moves. So I think it looks pretty good. And hopefully that's the case. Hopefully the markets have kind of got over itself of this recessionary fear in the market. And hopefully we can start moving and tracking higher here. So So that's what I've got for today. Give me a thumb up, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the website. The Platinum membership's the membership that I would grab if you guys are interested. I did redo the layout. Someone helped me do that. Obviously, I didn't do it myself, but someone helped me do it. Take a look at it. It's a lot more well laid out, and hopefully you guys can find things a lot easier. That's the whole point of the website, is to find things, learn, and continue your investing progress forward as an investor. All right, guys, we'll catch you later. This is Finding Value.